I think I brought up this idea of like her and Matt dancing to the same song 40 years from now. And I could really envision that in a bossa kind of way.
It's like cotton candy clouds, cherry pie, singing the blues to the midnight sky, and
I'm Gavin McMahon, and today we're breaking down Every Day is Valentine's Day by Johanna Jones. Her husband, Matt, called me and was like, hey, for Johanna's birthday, I want to gift her the budget and time to have you produce these songs. There's an element of maintaining her identity as an artist while she's a mom and how those can be related. In a lot of ways, Johanna is just kind of an ideal artist to work with because she has that kind of thing in her voice. She has like a real identity in her voice. She's a good songwriter. She's a very intuitive songwriter. She just writes these songs that just kind of flow out really intuitively. She can get in the room and she'll be like, this is what I'm thinking, A, B, and C. You're a producer, you do it. She wanted it to feel romantic. Obviously, it's a song about being with a partner and being in love with them perennially. So she wanted things to feel classic and timeless at like a long relationship. Immediately, I'm thinking of jazz styles, styles that are more traditional to American listeners, that feel nostalgic, that feel timeless, that feel like old people dancing in the kitchen together for the 50th anniversary. I played on piano and we're just trying to figure out, is this going to be this style or this style? And then it was Johanna's idea. Johanna was like, I think I want this to be like a guitar song. Yeah, we landed on Bossa. In that mini session we had, my one-take guitar just kind of improvising through the whole thing, a fake drum loop just repeating, and a MIDI upright bass just playing the roots of the chords. But that was like half the magic. And so we knew that was right. We knew it was gonna be great. She was stoked, I was stoked. The real essence of the song is the acoustic guitar for sure. So I spent a long time right here with the guitar in my hands, listening to Johanna's demo vocal that we recorded on the first day, and just looping the first verse and just playing it over and over and over again and finding different ways to play it. And sometimes it's so picky. Sometimes it's not like changing the notes, but it's changing like with how much pressure I hold the pick. Just really finding these little specific things that make it really sing to me. Because Johanna and I were chasing this idea of kind of dancing in the kitchen, with your partner after a very long time. I sort of illustrated that with the guitar recording. So the main guitar in the verses, this guy, on guitar, but I mic'd it in stereo, so it feels a little bit more natural. It's not like perfectly in the middle like nothing is in real life, but it's just kind of sounds like you're just right there with one guitar player. In the chorus, it splits out into two guitars, so I played the same guitar part twice. One's on the hard left, one's on the hard right. And it just kind of jumps in the chorus. So I think it kind of signals like, oh, party time. It's like, oh, now it's an ensemble. Now we can dance. And now we have two people, I guess you could kind of say too. I spent half my life in orchestral classical music and half my life in pop genres. And so I use kind of know-how in both to inform each other. And as an orchestrator, I think of all instruments and sounds in like archetypes. Is it flute-like? Is it trumpet-like? Is it horn-like? Is it string-like? Is it pizzicato-like? Is it collegial-like? And with the mute on, guitar sounds like pizzicato. I mean, it's softer, it's shorter, it's humbler, earthier. And so I think you might say it sounds older. In the beginning, we talked about wanting to keep it small, track count-wise. Like, not lots of sounds, just like, here's this little 3-4 piece band in your living room. That's it. So you have to get really economical about how to get all the color you want and the dynamics you want and the storytelling you want with just 5 instruments, in this case, 2 of which are percussion. So I had to really say a lot with a little. It's the drums and the bass, and the guitar is playing the chords, and the piano's playing all the pretty color stuff. What the piano is doing, arrangement-wise, is playing counterpoint to the vocals. So you really get this kind of hand-in-hand, two people dancing with each other thing.
Blues to the midnight sky, and I'm
I meticulously wrote counterpoint above the vocal. Then I went into Dorico and the sheet music, and I like worked it out. At times it stops kind of playing counterpoint and will double the vocal on an important lyric. Johanna has this kind of brassy character, which is like her whole identity in her voice, but it kind of sets her apart. I wanted her on a really dark mic to complement that. And this studio had a real Neumann 47, which is an old vintage mic from the era of all these Bossa Nova records. I mean, if you look at like all my plugins, this is actually pretty minimal. And most of these are just EQ, like not really doing anything. Because again, the goal here was just like as natural as possible getting out of the way. So with their vocal, they're like really, really not doing much. A little compressor, a little EQ, adding a little warmth to her voice, containing some harsh resonances that come out when her vocal bites a little harder. But yeah, not much.
Cotton candy clouds, cherry pie, singing the blues to the midnight sky.
Drums these days, it's pretty common to throw up a bunch of mics. Back in the day, they didn't do this. They would have like 1 or 2 mics on the whole drum kit and maybe an extra one on the kick, so that the low end was strong. That was like it. This song is just straight up like my drum set in my room in the most natural, unadorned kind of way. It's just straight up, this is what my drums sound like. A lot of work and spending the time to make sure the notes are right and the parts are right, the drums tuned as well as I can. The mics are placed in the perfect position so I don't have to do anything here. By the time things were recorded and I got in to try and mix it, it's like turn this up a little bit, turn this down a little bit, call it a day.